Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read. My name is Julius, and with me today I have Adam,
At your service.
Clemens,
Hello there.
and Joaquin.
What's up?
Today it's about to get spooky. We're gonna have some spooky spaghetti.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because we went into the depths of the internet to find some really great bad creepypastas, and by going deep into the internet, I mean we went to the Trollpasta wiki where they also collect stories that got rejected from the regular Creepypasta wiki.
Yeah, it says right here, just put this up on screen, exactly what the title says, Bad Creepypasta. This category also acts as Creepypasta Wiki's wall of shame, as it mostly features stories that were rejected for being too sucky and/or unintentionally hilarious. These are examples of how not to write a pasta.
Yeah, I believe this is where the original Sonic.exe ended up in, which famously made the author really mad, but that's something we're not going to get into today.
Yeah, so we selected 5, or was it 4 creepypastas?
4.
Yeah, because they're really short, so it's almost like a shorties pack, but for creepypastas.
Creepy shorties. Crordies.
Oh god, creepy shotties.
Okay, so we're starting this off with a Goofy Movie alternative ending.
Yeah, this was featured
I
in a
mean,
video,
come on,
by the
and
way.
this one was actually already featured at another YouTuber's channel. This was covered by Phantom Strider, as it seems.
Who I know
So,
nothing about.
Who wants to read this one?
I'll do it, and yeah, it's really good that small YouTubers like Phantom Strider get shoutouts from big YouTubers like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a nice autumn day, and I was wondering why Disney keeps the Disney Vault such a secret.
Do they? Is that even a thing? Is
Not
there
anymore.
even a thing, such a
Dude,
thing as a Disney Vault?
every major like company that produces animation or whatever has a vault. Nickelodeon has a vault. Cartoon Network has a vault.
Yeah, I'm sure Nickelodeon has a vault.
Yeah, that's where they keep Squidward Suicide in the Lost Avatar episode.
Yeah, sure, that's what I was thinking of. Sure.
It's where they also keep Dan Schneider now.
Yeah, that's that was more what I was getting at.
Yeah, and they also keep the concept of ice bending in their vault.
Yeah.
And the Cartoon Network vault, of course, there's all the Carrie and Gumball fan kits in there. That's where Gumdrop is currently held in custody.
Yeah. They keep Dan Schneider in a specific vault, one that's shaped like a foot.
Oh god.
I know that there's countless images of the vault, but Disney makes sure to keep one VHS tape in the vault secret.
Everything else is known
There's
in this
pictures
vault.
of the vault. I'm gonna look
There
up
is pictures.
Disney vaults and see what I find.
If there's something blurred out in the picture, that's the one VHS.
Well, I mean, there's one that has a vault shaped as the Mickey Mouse head. So, I guess there's a Disney vault.
So, I
But
don't know if you guys
everything
remember
is
this.
everything in there is public knowledge except this one VHS. That's the secret.
The Disney Vault used to be a marketing gimmick they use to say, "Oh, you better buy this movie now before it goes back in the vault." They try to create this idea of scarcity that you would never be able to buy,
Oh yeah, sure.
like Bambi on Blu-ray again or something, you know?
But it doesn't
So
matter
what you're
'cause we have
saying
Disney
is
Plus anyways.
this narrator took a marketing gimmick way too seriously.
I like to think that's the case, but
My cousin, who works at Disney. Of course he
Nice.
does.
Yeah.
my uncle
You
works
better-
there too.
you better stop talking shit about a Goofy movie because my dad works at Disney and he can get you in trouble. He can hack into your Disney Plus account.
Told me that there is one VHS tape of a Goofy movie that Disney wants nobody to know about.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him if he could bring the VHS of a Goofy movie. He said he has a spare copy of it.
How?
Wait,
I'm sure there's not
It's top
security
secret,
at
but
the
random
vault.
workers have spare copies of it.
Also, random
Sure.
workers can just randomly go into the Disney vault.
Yeah, what's even the point of having a vault if any old worker can just go in there and copy a movie? Not so secret, this vault.
the vote code is probably Walt Disney's birthday. So
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was so secret about one VHS tape. My cousin came in.
Oh, come on. I bet he came in without knocking.
Yeah, great sentence. Just completely changed the subject after the comma.
Yeah.
I should say that I went to his house to talk to him.
You should say that. What?
Yeah, I went to this house to talk to him, but then I just sat there and thought this story up or something.
I went to my cousin's house and then my cousin walked in. I think that is what that he was going to go get it. He had a VHS that looked rusty and old.
How can a VHS rust? It's plastic. Plastic doesn't rust. Come on.
these are those old classic metal VHS tapes.
Yeah,
they don't make anymore.
everyone knows these.
There was so much dust on it.
Rust and dust. Damn.
We cleaned it and put it into our VHS player. It started normal. In fact, everything was normal.
Okay.
Until the ending. Max attempts to grab the steering wheel. That was weird because Max tells Goofy where to go in the original movie. He made the car drive off a cliff.
Damn.
Of course.
The car kept falling until it lands in water.
I mean, this is kind of what happens. Oh, I mean, in the original movie, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
Though he doesn't intentionally grab the wheel and steer it into the water off the cliff, but the car does end up in the water off the cliff.
But it's far more whimsical in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably like in this Creepypasta that it went over the cliff, they both looked out the window and then it started falling.
Oh my god, I just read ahead.
The car got destroyed.
Okay.
Max was trying to swim, it looked like he was about to drown. I kept watching.
Thanks for inserting that, because that's like I would have asked if you kept watching if you didn't put this in right now. Because how would I know when you still described the story after that?
Probably in the original there was something like I kept watching because unlike Derek I actually watched the movie and not my phone. So just throwing some shade at his friends.
Yeah.
He kept on going and going down the waterfall. Normally Goofy would save him. Goofy tried but failed really badly. Max was getting Max was getting closer and closer towards the waterfall. He fell to his death.
Damn.
It wasn't shown that he died, but it was implied that he died.
That.
I
Okay.
don't know. I mean, think about all the times Goofy's fallen off from something tall and he did the whole, like, the Goofy scream, but he somehow lived. I'm sure his son's got a little bit of that, like, cartoon physics DNA inside of him.
Yeah.
Goofy was watching in terror. He walked until he saw a person who was offering him a car.
A car, not even a ride, a car.
Have a free car, right here.
Slaps rooftop. This bad boy can fit so many dead children in it.
As soon as your son dies, you automatically get a free car for your condolences.
Yeah.
Goofy accepted. He drove off to his home. He got home and looked at Max's old stuffed bear. Yes, that name is canon.
Bear.
What name? The name Bear?
Bear, yes.
So it doesn't have a name, it's just old stuffed bear.
Goofy finds a spare gun.
Damn.
Bear gun. Yeah, oh gosh, couldn't use my regular gun for this.
And puts into his mouth and said his final words.
Gosh. Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, Disney. Yeah.
Then shoots himself to death. Yeah, I can get that. That sounds messy. You don't want to use your regular gun for that. You use the spare
Goofy
gun.
was just ahead of... Goofy was just ahead of his time. He looked into the future and saw all the shitty live-action remakes, and he was like, nope, I'm getting out of here.
I was shocked when Goofy pulled the trigger. The credits rolled and at the end a quote came on. The quote reads,
Oh my god.
If you feel stuck, do what Goofy did. Walt Disney.
So
So Walt Disney
I
predicted
don't-
this
I
like 40
don't
years
think-
before he died?
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Walt Disney worked on a Goofy movie. I think that was after his time.
He's been long dead. He's been dead. When did he die? Like in the 60s, right?
Well, that just made it creepier. He made this lost episode from beyond the grave.
Before
No, listen.
Before
He's still alive. They just froze him.
Oh.
Yeah,
they
his
unthawed him
frozen
just
head
for this.
came up with this.
Yeah, is it like in that goddamn it. Is it like in that iCarly episode where they go to the Dingo Studios and then they find the frozen head?
Yeah.
Did you
I mean,
just say
that's
Dingo
obviously
Studios?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking they were going to Dingo Pictures.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that episode, that iCarly
Meeting-
episode was based off of Disney Studios.
I mean, it's based off all the urban legends around Disney freezing himself, so...
Now I'm imagining an iCarly episode where they want to go to like Disney, but they end up at Dingo Pictures Studios.
Damn.
They meet Roswitha Haas and Ludwig Eckert.
My god, this background. It looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old. I could not believe that Walt would say a thing like that.
I couldn't believe it. Walt would never say this. Didn't
It's
say
almost
that.
like because he didn't, so we don't believe it.
Yeah, it's almost like he couldn't, even within this creepypasta's own logic.
He said that specifically to the last person who went to the ice chamber. Turns out he can still talk for some reason.
So I
I feel
emailed
stuck in this ice. Do what Goofy did.
So I emailed Disney and they said that they didn't make the tape and that some hater of Disney made it.
What? What? Then surely you would have noticed the animation difference, right? Between, top-notch animation workers and some dude who's a hater of Disney.
No. This was made by Jeffrey Katzenberg, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
This was the first thing that DreamWorks did. They made a fake Goofy movie where
Oh my
Goofy
God.
dies
Dude.
at the end.
Read the next
I
line.
wouldn't put it past them.
I asked my cousin if he made the tape. He wasn't there.
He just vanished.
Your cousin was an illusion the whole time.
You are at his house.
It's not a house. It's just like a dusty, like wasteland field. He was in the whole time.
This is some real My Life with Tales vibes I'm getting from this.
Did he make the tape? I asked myself.
I don't know. It's up to you to figure it
Yeah.
out, because I want you all to have an
I want you to
imaginative, creative mind.
imaginative, creative mind.
I drove off and watched the real version of a Goofy movie.
Damn.
I heard a knock at my door. I looked at it and I saw a piece of paper. It said, if you feel stuck, do what Goofy did. I was tired of hearing that quote, so I tossed it in my paper shredder.
You only heard it 2 times.
Now let me watch the real version of a Goofy movie. No P.
Sure,
The end.
go off,
That's
King.
the end.
Go off, King. Watch the real version of a Goofy movie.
So he just watched, like, basically a spoof of it. And he's like, yeah, now I'm gonna go watch the real version. So maybe there wasn't a vault after all, and his cousin was just fucking with him.
Yeah, it's not even that scary, to be honest. I like how there are users on the Trollpasta wiki that are actually saying the story is good.
Yeah, so some people just don't have standards for their creepypasta, and after they read every good pasta on the Creepypasta wiki, or they go to the Trollpasta wiki to get their fix.
It was actually a fact that Walt really hated Goofy. It was a fact. It's not a fact anymore. Because Disney's keeping it a secret. They put it into the Disney vault.
Yeah, I think when we do the DLDR meetup, we should go break into the Disney vault and
Break into Disney Vault and recreate this movie.
we just with every little bit of unpublished material.
Is that in Anaheim or in Orlando? Probably Anaheim, because that one came first. Because that's where they keep the frozen head, right?
I'm sure. I mean, who knows? Who the hell knows where Disney is and remains to this day?
Well, depends on which area was created first in Disneyland. Like, was it Fantasyland that came first? Or
I don't
Critter
know. I'm
Crunch?
not a huge Disney park nerd. TBH.
Okay. Alright, so now I'm back. Alright, now we're moving on to one that I also found. Black Ops 2 Secret Map.
Oh boy.
A perfectly fine gamer went onto eBay looking for the hardened edition of Black Ops 2.
What a great sentence to start this off. A perfectly fine gamer.
Yeah. He only saw one for only 25 cents. He bought the game and the delivery time was 2 days, 5 hours. I don't know why you
Thanks for
count the
telling me.
hours.
Because it's a creepypasta, they always do this. They gotta give you the exact time that everything happens.
Yeah, I don't know why you went on eBay to look for the hardened edition. I mean, the story came out December 8th, 2012, so it came out like pretty much almost a month after Black Ops 2 came out. So
Oh wow.
You could have just gone to GameStop.
Yeah,
like
but
you were
you
looking-
got
great
one
deal,
for
25
25 cents. Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yeah, even though the game just came out, it probably cost like what, $50 at the time. He found one on eBay for 25 cents in the hardened edition.
Isn't
Yeah,
the
that's because
minimum
it was
price on
founded.
eBay $1?
Listen, this man, he crit his investigation and his charisma checks, so he was able to get it so cheap. Good for him.
He decided it was worth the wait and started playing on his PS3 again. 5 minutes passed and there was a knock on the door. He went downstairs and opened it. There was a man standing there with his package.
Oh, so it's too soon,
Yeah.
basically. How spooky.
He was so excited that he didn't bother reading the man's name tag. He can
Why
only
would
tell.
he?
He can only tell that. He can only tell that it started with the letter D.
Oh my god, his name tag is gonna be DLDR.
Oh god.
It was us all along.
The gamer went up into his room and put in the copy of the game. Why is he referred to as the gamer?
I think
Because
it's the idea
he's
that it's
pure
not supposed
gamer
to
essence.
be anyone. It's a nameless protagonist, you know?
Yeah.
That's not really the biggest problem with the story. The biggest problem with the story is just...
Everything.
Well,
Everything else.
you'll see. He went to the PlayStation store to download the content. Wait, what? So you didn't buy? You didn't? So what did you buy then? I thought if you bought Black Ops 2, then
Download
you bought the disc.
You bought a
the
download
case?
code, maybe?
I don't know. To download the content, Nuketown 2025 and Nuketown Zombies. I'm pretty sure you can get Nuketown 2025 for free at the time, and for Nuketown Zombies you have to buy it separately. But then again, I never bought the hardened edition, so maybe it came with that.
Yeah, but if he bought this off eBay, shouldn't the previous owner use the codes?
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
He went and saw 3 bonus packs. Nuketown 2025, Nuketown Zombie. You just mentioned this, and the other with no thumbnail and the name Untitled.
Oh well, that's you.
I guess someone made a. You got like a modded version of the game or whatever. You just
Untitled
someone just
shooter
made
game.
Custom packs or custom maps on it. He downloaded all 3 of the bonus content. The first one he got was the one named Untitled. It only took a few minutes. The rest downloaded in about an hour. He went to a custom match on the game to test out the map. He selected the map from the selector. The map thumbnail was a red circle. He set up bots in a few classes, then he started the match. When he spawned, the place looked crazy. It looked like a hell dimension with fire and blood everywhere and no obstacles whatsoever.
Except the fire.
Yeah. He went to capture the enemy flag, and as he passed, the soldiers had their eyes gouged out, or is it gauged out?
I don't know.
Gouged. Hold on, I'm trying to see if they spelled this correct. Okay, I just looked up. No, they spelled it wrong. Their eyes gauged out and they had claws. He continued to play and eventually looked at the scoreboard. Everyone's name was Demon except for one named Death.
Demon Albarn.
He added Death because he played good.
Oh my god, it's the guy from Puss in Boots 2.
Damn. The system let the gamer add him, even though he was a bot. He quit the game and joined his friend's online lobby. It said Death is now online at the top of the screen.
Why did you add a bot? Why would you even try to do that?
So lonely, man.
I don't think he's the brightest.
To interact with.
He's the brightest tool in the shed, man.
I mean, he found a copy of Black Ops 2 for 25 cents. He has to be a genius. I think.
He checked his friends list and there was nobody on except for Death. He
Man,
didn't think
Death
anything
is my
of
only
it.
friend.
Yeah, he didn't think anything of it for some reason.
Good writing.
Yeah,
For some reason.
He continued playing and checked the scoreboard. Once again, everyone's name was Demon except for one, Death. He quit the game and went to create a class because he had leveled up.
Okay.
Instead of guns, every weapon looked like the demon soldiers.
Okay.
He took out the disc and put it in the case. On the back was a label that said, "You severely screwed up."
Oh god. What a scary phrase. You severely screwed up. You indeed did an oopsie.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't matter because he ignored it and went to GameStop. He talked to the man at the counter about the weird game. His name was Dan. The store man had his back to the gamer. He turned around and had the same look as the demonic soldiers from the online matches in-game.
Oh god.
He examined the counter man's name tag closely. The name was Death. Wait, Death leaped and beat the gamer until he died. Death then turned into a perfectly normal human that looked like the mailman and said, "You were severely screwed up." Well,
Great.
credited to Sonic Dude 102. Originally uploaded on December 8, 2012.
Yeah, I can confirm this really happened. I was deaf.
And you beat the gamer to death.
I beat the gamer.
I can't believe the guy doesn't have a name. He's just referred to as the gamer.
He couldn't game himself out of this one. Alright, next we're onto a story called Greg's Revenge, and this is of course based on the infamous Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
This one's really short.
Do you want me to read this, or?
Actually, yeah.
I was gonna read the last one, but...
Alright. The whole story began in 2010. An expert Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan,
Whoa.
of course, expert Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan, discovered in his file cabinet that he had papers from 1999, from when Diary of a Wimpy Kid was in its first stages. Back then, Jeff Kinney wanted the series geared towards a mature audience. But, unfortunately, no publisher would accept its mature content, so he made it G-rated. But here's how the story begins. Of course, this already makes sense, because if you want to write a book about a mature book, you of course make it about a teenager going through teenager problems, middle school problems.
Yeah, they're in 6th grade.
Yeah.
He just had to say Zooey Mama and he was all good. Make it G-rated.
So basically, I think what he originally wanted to create was that one fan version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, where it's the sequel. Do you know it where Roderick goes, "I'm not gay, Greg," at one point? Any of you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Unfortunately, no. That's okay.
Anyway, it begins when Greg decided, after years of dismay from his brothers Roderick and Manny, to murder them.
Years? But Manny's only like 2 years old.
He's free, okay? Because that's this infamous catchphrase, "I'm only free."
Yeah, because you ever feel like your baby sibling is crying and you're just like, "I'm gonna make you shut the fuck up forever if you don't stop crying."
I mean, we're talking about Greg Heffley, so maybe. At 9 p.m. he goes out and grabs a knife from his pocket and stabs Manny with it 37 times.
Damn.
We don't mess around.
He then goes into his brother's room and stabs Roderick 32 times.
Whoa.
Only 32. He then leaves with $20 and 6 pounds of heroin and escapes into the night. The end.
So that was Greg's revenge.
I mean, he sure as hell did have his revenge. We were promised Greg's revenge and we got Greg's revenge. We didn't get anything else beside that.
And there's a comment that's just plain that the comment is ironic, but I just like that they signed it with Hero Bine and not with Hero Brian.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, we got our last one, Adam, that you found.
I am pumped. So this is actually, we have a treat for you guys today.
We got
I'm sure by now y'all have
another
heard.
Disney creepypasta.
Yeah. But not just that, but I'm sure some of y'all have heard by now that, they're making Toy Story 5, for better or for worse.
They are.
Well, we happen to have the story right here.
I thought they would have been done with 4.
Yeah, but
They should have been done with 3.
I mean, yeah, 3 was supposed to be the end. What are we even talking about? They should have stopped there.
Honestly, the first paragraph of this is pretty accurate. It says, "Let me start off by saying that I'm a huge fan of the first 3 Toy Story movies. They are some of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and I am not even a Disney fan. The 4th one was an okay movie. I didn't really care for it. It was a pretty generic way to end the series, and many of the scenes were either hit or miss for me. That's honestly very good way of summing it up."
Yeah.
I guess if I'm going to go on a tangent real quick, I'll say, I didn't think the 4th movie was bad, but I think it was incredibly unnecessary, which seems like we're all in agreement on.
Yeah.
Enough of my critical bullcrap. Let's just get into the story.
All right.
Yeah, very, very aggressive, but let's go. A few weeks ago, I got a movie ticket to see Toy Story 5 in the mail. I was pretty confused. Wasn't it supposed to end at the 4th movie?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was... It should have ended at 3 again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was pretty excited. I couldn't wait to see Woody and Buzz again, since these 2 characters were my childhood.
I'm pretty sure at the 4th movie, they accepted the fact that they were never going to see each other again.
This guy is like me. He holds out hope that Toy Story 5 will somehow make things good again.
Yeah. I mean, it's Disney, so,
Yeah. The screening was supposed to start at 8:30 p.m., which was kind of suspicious because I thought Disney movies were shown during the daytime.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Is that a well-known thing, or?
No,
Yeah,
it's
everyone
not.
knows that.
They show the
Yeah, you don't
Goofy
show
movie
Disney movies
alternative
after 5
ending that
o'clock.
night.
The screening was supposed to start at 8:30. Okay. Maybe it's one of those creepy movies that was meant to be released years ago. Or maybe because it was a Friday and the greedy movie theaters want thousands of dollars.
What
Only
do you mean?
thousands.
One of those creepy movies that was meant to be released years ago? What is he referring to?
I don't know. Maybe it's like some commentary on how kids' movies today aren't as daring. I don't know.
Yeah, and
He is not
those
quite sure.
greedy movie theaters that barely get by because they earn like nothing from a ticket and have to earn their money via popcorn. But yeah, they're super greedy.
Only thousands of dollars, by the way. Nevertheless, at 7:30 p.m., I got my shoes on and I left. When I got to the theater, there was a massive crowd. Everyone was excited to see the new Toy Story movie. Everyone except one guy, who walked up to me with a horrified expression. He was pale and could hardly breathe. Don't, he said. Don't what? I replied. Don't, not 1, not 3. Watch Toy Story 5, he exclaimed. Why not? I asked. The toys. Not 1, not 3. The toys! Oh, well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, pal.
Well, I guess he
said,
changed his
smiling
mind in the middle
nervously.
of that.
Yeah.
What? What'd you
Yeah,
say?
he really did change his mind.
Yeah. I'm sure, right now Goofy is right behind him with his gun, pointing it at his spine, saying, I'll fuck you up! And he doesn't.
You just severely screwed up. Yeah.
If you stuck, just do what I did. Oh.
Okay, I said with an and anxious expression. I got my tickets, my snacks, large popcorn, bag of Skittles, large Pepsi, oh thanks, and walked over to my cinema. My cinema. There was... My man has his own personal cinema.
I mean, this is one
class.
of those old-timey cinemas where, you know, they still have character, so you can still say, oh, this is my cinema. This is the cinema I go to. Not one of those, like, stripped-down, clinical, sterile things that all look the same.
Yeah. Back in the good old days. There was absolutely no one in the cinema I was in, and I could sit wherever I want. So
What happened to
people?
other people who wanted to see the movie? I guess they all heard what that one guy said and changed their minds about seeing the movie.
Yeah, this guy fucked up.
He's severely screwed up.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no one in the cinema, and I could sit wherever I want. So I sat in the middle. Surprisingly, there were trailers for horror films, such as Spiral, from the Book of Saw, A Quiet Place Part 2, and The Conjuring 3. Which I found pretty odd, considering that this film was rated G, and only trailers for G-rated movies can be shown before G-rated films.
Or maybe, just maybe, you walked into the wrong room.
Probably. The film finally started.
But at least this does imply that the film got rated. So this was not just conjured up there by some ghost like Squidward Suicide, where it's implied to be supernatural. No, this was just a legit movie that's running in theaters. It was rated and everything.
The Disney logo played in a red tint. Not blood red, not spooky red, not hyper-realistic red, just red. What is hyper-realistic red? Like, hyper-realistic blood?
It's just red that is redder than red in reality, like... You know how there's modern displays can show difference in color that the human eye can't see. That is hyper-realistic red. It is better than red, but we just see it as normal red. But
yeah, I think you gotta pay...
technical point, it's more realistic.
I bet Electronic Arts owns that red, and if you want to see it, you gotta pay extra money for it. The Pixar logo was nowhere to be seen. It's like the creators completely abandoned the company. The movie started with Woody walking into Andy's room, all alone. No sight of Buzz, Slinky, Rex, Bo Peep, or even Bullseye. He started to sob quietly. Stop it. Just stop it. Buzz then entered the scene.
What's wrong, Woody?
He said it in a very serious voice.
Oh, can't you see, Buzz? All the toys are gone!
Woody exclaimed. He started to cry loudly. Buzz tried to comfort him, but it wasn't helping at all. In fact, it was just making it worse. Eventually, Buzz says his last words.
You know, Woody, toys can't live forever. That's why they're thrown away or broken.
This made Woody cry even louder. The cinema floor was vibrating due to how loud the crying was.
Must have been really overblown.
This riff is sponsored by Dolby Atoms.
Well, if Andy needs me, I'll be right at his doorstep.
Buzz said before shooting himself in the head. No, not again.
We got suicide again. Great. Buzz! No! Why?
Woody cried. It then showed a close-up of Buzz's head. It was bleeding from the gunshot. Ow, it's a toy.
Yeah, how it's a toy.
From the gunshot. But not only that, but it was also dirty, and the left eye was ripped out. I felt sick, but I didn't vomit.
Wow, you
Bo
brave
Peep
soul.
entered Bo Peep then entered the room.
What's the matter, Woody?
She said, with a sad voice.
Oh, the toys are dead. Even Buzz is gone.
Woody said, not crying anymore.
Woody, not one, not three.
Bo Peep said before getting choked to death by Buzz's ghost.
God.
No. Buzz, stop.
Woody exclaimed. Bo Peep fainted to the ground. I thought she was getting choked to death.
Wait, keep reading.
Blood was seeping from her mouth. Her eyes were ripped out. Her stomach was torn in half, and her arms were chopped off.
I thought you just choked her.
Thought she was choked, but...
You see, Buzz had the, blood and guts perk from Fallout 3, so when you just do damage to somebody, they literally explode, even if you don't do that kind of damage to somebody.
Ah.
The footage then changed to a kid playing with his Buzz and Woody toys. He was having fun until Woody started choking him to death. Buzz attacked the young boy's face by biting, punching, and kicking. The boy then...
This just sounds like a really shitty horror movie.
Yep. The boy then fainted to the ground, and all you could see was the boy's bloody face. It then changed back to the original footage. Woody was standing in the hallway, still sad due to Buzz and Bo Peep's deaths. He was walking down the stairs rather slowly, but didn't really have the energy to do anything. He walked into the lounge room to see Andy's dead corpse. There were needles all over his body, not to mention that he was also turned inside out.
What?
That's so... How would he even know it's him then? Woody started to cry and scream. Then he turned to face the camera and said...
You.
In a very slow, angry voice. It then cut to a screen that said, You are responsible for all the deaths of... You are the one responsible for all the deaths of these toys.
It's like
No, I'm not.
that
the
one
one
Bob the
that
Builder creepypasta. Why did you do this to
You
her?
are the one who's torturing them every day. You are the villain here, not Sid.
I don't play with toys anymore. This is G-rated. What the fuck is this?
Is the Wolf OC Shareware going to show up now?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Then Woody started to kill my OC.
This message sent chills down my spine. Why? It didn't help that I was the only one in the cinema, so I started to leave, but the pale guy came up to me. Wait! There's more, he exclaimed. What? There is? Yes. You'll just have to sit down and watch.
Yeah, but why would I? It has been complete crap so far. Why would I want more of that?
He said before running out of the cinema. Wait, he's not even making him do it. He just left. The screen showed the same scene as before, but Woody was looking angrier this time.
You little, not one or three.
He said in an angrier voice. I was absolutely terrified. I really wanted to leave, but I couldn't. Yes, you can!
You can. That's the thing.
No, read the next line.
I wanted to see more of it.
Why?
See, completely justified.
Woody then slowly raised a knife and started to chase the camera. It is revealed that he was chasing a little boy by the name of Anthony.
Hello, Anthony. Step Tenno here. Internet's busiest toy killer. Come back here, Anthony!
He yelled. Anthony just kept running around the house, screaming. Woody then stopped and slowly turned his head towards me.
Get out, or I'll stab you!
37 times, or if I'm merciful, 32 times.
Dude, keep reading.
He whispered. I was now petrified. I spilled my Pepsi due to how scared I was.
Not my Pepsi!
Then the credits rolled while a distorted version of I Will Go Sailing No More played in the background. I wanted to leave, but there was a post-credit scene. It featured Woody staring into the camera while whispering,
I told you to get out!
Strange things are happening to me.
Why are you still here? The movie's over. Go home.
Is Randy Newman still alive, the guy who made that song?
I don't know.
I'd love to see him write music for, like, creepy children's music for a movie like this.
Yeah.
Yep, he's still alive. He's 79 years old.
That's not too old. Come on, Randy. Get with it. I left the cinema horrified. I sure hope that Woody wasn't at my house. Why would he be? Why would he be?
Because he's a killer.
And to my surprise, he wasn't. Woohoo! But there was a note. Yippee! There was a note underneath my front door that said, "You want to take that, Woody?"
Sweet dreams. I mean, sure.
Credited to
Thanks,
Dank
man.
Lord X.
Yeah, this was truly a dank story.
You guys are lucky. We read this for you, so now you don't have to pay money to go see this in theaters.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
kind of
ruined it.
disappointed. They really should have ended at 3. Really ran out of ideas.
So what did we learn?
I don't know.
Take care of your toys, I guess. Because they will kill you if you're, like, rough with your toys. I don't know. Some stupid shit like that.
If you go back and watch the first movie again, like as an adult, that scene where the toys are coming alive and like emotionally scarring Sid for life is actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Like you really feel bad for the kid who was just a kid and didn't know that his toys were sentient and that he was killing them the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I better hope
it's
my
kind of a weird concept anyway when you think too much about it.
yeah, I hope my gorillas figurines don't come to life and start beating me to death.
But anyway, now you know what happens to you if you contact any of the offers we cover.
We'll send Woody to your house.
A guy named Death will start beating you to death. And
Walt
Yeah.
Disney will make a quote about which is just "fuck you, Walt Disney." So we leave your comments below, and requests can be made in the Google form that is linked in the description, and also a link to our public Discord if you want to chat or hang out with us. And remember, if you do not like, do what Goofy did.
yep.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, peace out.